What's going on, folks? Doomwake here, and welcome back to some more Tarkir Dragonstorm Standard. Today, we are going to be showcasing an interesting strategy that involves the card Nurturing Pixie and Hopeless Nightmare and Nowhere to Run. And you see, what's interesting about that strategy is that if you play Hopeless Nightmare, they discard a card and they lose 2 life, and then you play Nurturing Pixie to pick up the Hopeless Nightmare, and then you can recast the Hopeless Nightmare to make them lose 2 life and discard a card. I'm kidding. We're playing some new cards here. Look, I understand there's Pixie, there's Nightmare. I get it. But we have some interesting additions with a slightly different third color. So if you guys have not been following and paying attention to the standard format, you may have heard of a deck called Esper Pixie. It's playing a lot of these cards, the Pixies, the Hopeless Nightmares, the Nowhere to Runs, and it's utilizing Stormchaser's talent, This Town Ain't Big Enough, bunch of ways to pick up their permanents and recast them. We're doing something like that, not exactly the same. So we still have 4 Nurturing Pixie, and then what's interesting about this is Sunpearl Kirin, new card from Dragonstorm, allows you to have this sort of package of 8 bounce effects without going into blue. So you can kind of experiment a little bit and try different third colors. So Kirin is 2/1 flash flying that picks up a permanent, and if it was a token, you get the draw card. That is probably not going to come up super often. You can, I guess, bounce Sentinel tokens just to cycle the Pixie, or cycle the Kirin rather. But the idea is you're splashing green instead of blue. So the first question that I'm sure is on a lot of your minds, what does green offer you? Green gives you access to Llanowar Elves, which increases the speed of your curve a little bit because you can elf into 3-drop on turn 2. Both of these pretty powerful to cast on turn 2. You have Mosswood Dreadknight, which allows you to help in those longer games. Maybe not as powerful as Stormchaser's talent plus This Town Ain't Big Enough, but it's a 2-mana 3/2, right? So in the games where you're going long, provides you a lot of card advantage, but in the games where you're going shorter, you can just play a 2-mana 3/2 trample, and if they trade off for it, or if you block, you can just cast it again, and that's pretty good. Green also gives you Sentinel the Nameless City, which is just a good value engine, good blocker against red, and provides you a little bit of filtering with the maps. And then the real important part here, you get to play 8 rhinos, so 4 Skirmish Rhino and 4 Debris Beetle. Now, the reason that's so good is for a couple of reasons. So the obvious synergy between Skirmish Rhino and stuff like Kirin and Pixie, where you can pick up the Rhino or the Debris Beetle to get an additional drain. But the more subtle part of this is that with Hopeless Nightmare, Skirmish Rhino, and Debris Beetle, you have a lot of ways to just deal, extra non-combat damage. And it's not very difficult to just kind of burn them out. Like, especially if you're starting on Nightmare plus Pixie, that's 4 damage. This is 2 more. This is 3 more. That's almost half of their life total already without even going to combat. So it's very easy to win races, and the life gain from Beetle and Rhino really helps shore up the red matchup. And that is Pixie, I mean, it's decent against red, but the way you lose is if they have a fast start with a bunch of burn spells, and these kind of get you out of range of that. So I do like that aspect. Again, not sure it's better than blue, but it's different, and it's interesting, and I think it's worth trying out here to see exactly how it plays out. Pay no attention to the Sandsteppe Citadel. We're just going to pretend, I'm going to move it off screen and pretend that it's not here. Look, mana's kind of tough. You probably don't have to play this. You could maybe just play, like, I don't know, the 4th Llanowar Wastes if you wanted to have an extra pain land, or maybe another basic. The reason we're not playing a basic forest is basic forest elf does not cast Rhino on turn 2. So I wanted to try to make it so that if I draw one of my green dual lands on turn 1, I can pair that with any of the black or white dual lands on turn 2, and that will always cast Rhino. So that was kind of the theory there. And then moving on to the sideboard, we got some Duresses for control and stuff like that. Got a couple of Baloths for the Pixie mirror matches, Gix's Command. That's the other cool thing about playing green is your Baloths, you can actually hardcast these. So that's kind of cool. Gix's Command for red and just the mid-range matchups. Grim Bauble for red, Ghost Vacuum for Oculus, Destroy Evil for Shieldred and Domain, same thing with Tear Asunder, and same thing with Frillback. I will note that green giving you access to Efficient artifact destruction, very important in the Quarry Steel Cutter metagame. The Esper Pixie decks can play Loran, but it's kind of clunky at 3 mana, and do you really want to board in a 3 mana 2/1 against the blue-red Prowess deck? Not particularly. So these give you a little bit more flexibility, specifically Tear Asunder, so I do like that aspect as well. So that's pretty much it for the deck list. Hope you guys enjoyed this little intro. Can't wait to show you guys the games, and I'll see you back here in just a little bit for round number 1. But first, a word from my sponsor, CoolStuffInc.com. Are you looking for Tarkir Dragonstorm singles? Head over to CoolStuffInc.com. Be sure to use promo code DOOM at checkout. Get 5% off your next order and this free exclusive Doomwake Rhino token. They got sleeves, they got sealed product, they got deck boxes, everything that you could ever want. Cool Stuff Inc. They got cool stuff, and they got it in stock. Like, we're just gonna burn them out. Well, I'm not burning anybody out with this hand. Okay, I'm good with this. I've assembled Tron. Tron officially online. Pixie. Discarded a Mastermind. A Schmastermind. Okay. I mean, not gonna complain. Dimir Midrange. Mastermind Shelly, huh? Dimir Midrange. Oh. Well, I mean, this card's good against Shelly. Duress kind of mid. Bauble kind of mid. Command's not great against Pierce. I mean, I don't really have a lot here. To be fair, I don't think I need a lot against them, but I'm just going to shave an elf. Try that. Sandsteppe Citadel's kind of awkward. I mean, I'm keeping it. Yeah, I guess, yeah, you're right. Tear for Kaido, or Tear for the Curiosity could be nice. This is what we've come to, by the way. The streamer has decided to put Sandsteppe Citadel in his standard deck. How far we've come. I'm not happy about it. I want to let you know that I am not happy about it. These lands are kind of nice. What are these from? That looks sick. We got a Kaido me? They won't Kaido me. Oh wait, they have a Kaido on top of their deck. He says they won't Kaido him as they literally have one on top of their deck. Okay, it seems like they might Kaido me. I may have lied. I may have misassessed the situation. Definitely did not pay attention to the top of their library. I mean, I could beat a Kaido. I love a dramatic entrance. What if I don't? You ever think about that, Kaido? What if other people don't like your dramatic entrance? He's casting his flash card at sorcery speed. Is he stupid? What's nice about the Beetle in this deck is you don't really have any shortage of cards that crew it, because both Kirin and Pixie both crew it, which is kind of nice. I like that. Yeah. Yeah, see, that is the funny thing. People used to play like the Abzan deck, the Abzan control deck, back when it was like the first time Tarkir was in standard. People played 4 copies of this, and they were happy about it. But I think the issue is we've just been spoiled so much with like insane mana bases over the past 5 to 6 years that we're like, wait, we have to play this shit again? You know? I don't want to do that. Each my life. Has Kaido ever lost a game of Magic the Gathering? I mean, I'm going to kill it next turn. They're definitely not going to have Flood Pits Drowner. 0% chance they have Drowner. How do we do this? Could do Rhino. Rhino, go to 6, back up to 8. No, let's go Pixie. Pixie, bounce Nightmare. Play Nightmare. Well, I guess we go to combat first. Actually, this was slightly worse because they could have actually, funny enough, they could have killed the Pixie with the trigger on the stack. So I couldn't actually crew the Beetle there. I mean, in that case, I would have just played the Dreadknight, but I'm dead, by the way. I'm dead. Okay, so... See, this is kind of the way that I feel about Dimir midrange every time. It's just 56 cards that don't matter and 4 Kaidos. If they resolve Kaido, it's really hard to win, but if they don't, their deck doesn't do anything. I mean, that's how I feel about Dimir. I don't know about you guys. It's bad against mice. Well, the reason that blue-black mid is bad against mice is that Kaido is bad against mice. And as we just had this conversation that we're having, the only good card in their deck is Kaido. And if you ever find a matchup where Kaido is bad, you just can't possibly win. Like, that's why this deck is so bad against red. Kept a hand with 4 Kaidos and 3 lands. Yeah, the fact that you won after keeping 4 Kaidos and 3 lands does not surprise me in the slightest. I mean, I want to play the Rhino, but it's probably better to play this. Yeah, like at least the bounce deck can win games where it doesn't find Kaido. Just Hopeless Nightmare, that kind of stuff. Ha! Case in point. Opponent decided not to cast Kaido on turn 3. Seems like a mistake. I'll just run it back. Run it back. Now, even if they do have Kaido, we at least have this. Yeah, we are playing 4 Nowhere to Runs, but we haven't seen them yet. Because Nowhere to Run allowing you to kill Kaido at instant speed is kind of huge. Nowhere to Run is just a sick card. Card's so good. Okay. Well, we do have Tear Asunder for that. So we'll hit you with one of these. Graveyard. Tear your ass. I would like to tear your ass, please. You have 6 in their hand. It's a lot of cards. Okay. 7. Kaido, though. Let's proceed to the combat phase. They're gonna flood my piss again? They are. Okay. Yeah. Do. 13, huh? They don't have counterspell mana up here. So I could go Nightmare, Kirin, Nightmare, or just play Beetle. Have 5 in hand. 13, Nightmare, Kirin, Nightmare. They go to 9. It's not bad. Yeah, I think that line is better if they have Curiosity too. This song is a banger. It's so good. Love this song. I could cycle one of the map tokens, but it's not really a reason to. If I had a 2-drop in my hand to cast, maybe, but... Oh, okay. Sure. I mean, we got a card out of their hand either way. They just didn't take 2 life. Have you tried Siegebreaker yet? We tried Siegebreaker during the early access event. I do have a slightly updated list that I was thinking about trying today. That was one of the decks that I imported. So we could maybe try it out. No Kaido, huh? Oh. Why did they board that in? All right, let's start the Rhino train. Rhino train. Yes, it does have the prototype Scambit. You fucker. Kind of needed that. I mean, it's not the best blocker for Rhino. Oh. Or for Beetle, rather. Okay, that's big. I like that. Ayo. This is better because it makes them jump block. I don't want that. Do I want that? Assuming they kill my Skirmish Rhino, not really. Kind of just want more threats. So they go to 10 and take 4, so they stay at 6. They have 3 in hand. I mean, I got an 8/8 trample. He's coming for you. Okay. So, Dedge. Seems Dedge. Destroy target creature with toughness 4 or greater. See ya. Okay, Abzan Pixie 1-0. Absolutely dominated. Because you just hit them for 9 every turn. Sure. Any good death triggers? Any good death triggers? Like when this creature dies, do X. You could do like the 1 mana creatures that make tokens. Oh no. No. This card's good against nowhere to run, huh? Shit. Alright, well, good beats. That's a good draw. Streamer. Can't cast spells on your turn, huh? Go back on. You're not going to be happy with what you see. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Rhino. Yo, Debris Beetle getting speed? Hello? This is just a farming right now. Absolute farming. Any Zergos? Yeah, the things that I have lined up for today, I wanted to try Jeskai Convoke with the Siege, Mardu Siegebreaker, and then I also wanted to try Boros Goblins. Those were 3 of the other decks that I had ready for today. And then there was one more. I wanted to try... I know that we spent a little bit of time trying out Segovia before the new set came out, and I wanted to try Segovia with Elspeth. I think that sounds kind of cool. I haven't built that yet, but that's something that we're gonna, we want to build live on stream collectively. That one requires full chat participation. But I thought that would be kind of cool. Like, Elspeth and Segovia work so well together because you can just convoke out the Elspeth. Kind of makes sense. I didn't think about that, but... No, the Siege makes a lot of sense in Goblins. I guess my question would be, is the Siege better than Frontline Rush? Because Rush sounded really good in Goblins. So I wasn't sure which one of those was better. Mulligan to 4, by the way. It's not a lot of cards. Voice of Victory. Okay. Honestly, well, I guess that changes things. Now I'll just kill their stuff. What I was gonna do was just play a Rhino, but now I'll just kill their stuff. Man, this deck feels clean. Really clean. Naya? What are they playing green for? Naya is interesting. Let's go... Let's go Pixie, pick up Nowhere. I do want to insulate myself against that stupid land. How do we beat Domain? I mean, it's kind of the classic of just gonna do this now. It's kind of the same thing of like Esper Pixie against Domain, where the best path to victory against them is just casting Nightmare over and over again. And with the addition of Skirmish Rhino, the fact that we have so much more reach, I actually don't think the matchup is that bad. You basically just burn them out. Rhino, Beetle, Nightmare over and over again. So I feel like that's good enough, but I would like to play against Domain with this deck. Just to see how that matchup plays out. Pia. Look, I respect it. I respect the effort, okay? Oh, wait. I thought this was a 2-2. Oops. Whoops. I definitely thought that was a 2-2. You would think with how much Pia I've played in my life before that I would remember that it's not a 2-2. I think we'll be okay, but... I think we'll be alright. Does Domain try any of the hybrid cards? I have seen one list that wasn't full Domain, but it was Sultai control, where they didn't play Binding, they didn't play any of the 5-color stuff. Cutter is messed up. Do it like this, probably. Not the greatest hand. Is poop in your Cheerios a real phrase, or is that a Doom special? You've never had anybody poop in your Cheerios? That happens to me all the time. Yo, Dragon Enjoyer? Sultai Dragon Beans. Feels like probably not a great matchup, if I'm guessing. Holy shit. Okay. Cornucopium engaged. This is just beautiful deck building, by the way. You go -2, and then you go +2. It's like it's like I don't even have Pain lands in my deck. I mean, you better have a kill spell this turn. That's not what I meant by kill spell. How about an untapped land? That'd be nice. Rude. I mean, we simply hit every time. Except for the times that we don't hit. 16. Yeah, we gotta do this, I think. $16. I mean, I think I keep this. I go to 11. If they don't kill the elf, we can play Beetle. If they do, we can go Nightmare Kirin. This is not terrible. Only one black source is kind of awkward. Awaken the Otter Dead. Pretty good with Cornucopium. Yeah, 4 in hand. Beetle. I would like to throw my dung at you. This whole lifesteal strategy against the Cornucopia does not really line up that well. What is this, -3? Okay. Return a creature or land from your graveyard to your hand. Okay. Gain 3 mana, gain 3 life, draw 5. Is that good? It's not bad. I would say above average. Or sorry, draw 4. My bad. Yeah, mill 2 as well. It's not bad. Hmm. 14 life, huh? I mean, we have to just do this. Bro, why would you auto tap? Just take the extra 1. It should be at 5 right now, for what it's worth. I really hope that that 1 point of damage does not come back to bite me. I mean, I understand. Like, I get it. Arena doesn't want to deal me 1 extra point of damage, but there should be a setting where you can, like, you can say prioritize damage with pain lands in play. So it'll always just tap your pain lands instead of tapping anything else. Sure. I mean, I still got the Beetle in play. This is not even that bad. Just don't choose Kirin, please. Choose Rhino. I mean, if they don't have a kill spell for Beetle, they're kind of just dead, right? I guess they can bargain on my turn to gain 3 life. Yeah, that's not good enough. Unless they have something else they can play for 1 mana. Oh, they can exhale just to give the beetle -3/-3. They could do that. Or not. Okay, so they're dead to the cards that they know are in my hand? Okay, I like that. Disruptive Storm Brood. They don't see the line. Well, good news is I see the line. Which is, I don't always do that, but, you know, some days I do. All right, so Sultai, Cornucopia, Beans, Control. What is blood cooking? They have this thing too. Honor Dead, Bargain. They're like dragons too with Exhale. So let's do Duress. Tear my ass. And I guess Frillback is good too. Nowhere to Run can go. I want to keep the Throat, because it does kill their big dragons. We can... I don't know. I don't want to cut any of these cards. Maybe like 1 elf, 1 moss. Try that. What can be a Heartfire hero? The Dung Beetle can. Allegedly. I think Pixie is fine against red too. What is Zada? Does anyone try Doppelgang plus Zada? I don't know what Zada is. Zada these nuts? Is that no? Nothing? It doesn't do anything for you? Beer, 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 beer. Copies the spell for each creature you control. I see. I don't know if it's the right line, but it's the funny line. Oh, I didn't play my fucking Thicket first. Because if I go Kirin, bounce this, I can't. I can't Thicket Nightmare. I'm just gonna let it go, I think. Whatever. This is the funny line. I'm gonna take the funny line. And I'm just not gonna play that Razorverge Thicket this turn. I don't know if it's the correct line, but it is the funny. It's definitely the funny. I did kind of just time walk myself though. Sort of. Not fully, but... Really? Okay. I'll allow it. So, Kirin... Do this... Okay, well. What do you think a Johnny Avatar means? I'm guessing Boros Convoke. Solid Pachyderm options this set. That's what I'm saying. They finally gave us Pachyderm support. After all these years, man. Mold of 5, huh? Okay. Red Gamer confirmed. I do need to find a kill spell for this at some point. Do. Let's not play the Kirin here. Oh. Wait. So they have Hired Claw and Stock Up? I wonder if they're just mono red splashing Stock Up, but not Prowess. The Beetle. The Beetle that is dung. Yeah, these Hired Claws are kind of an issue, aren't they? I think we go Sentinel plus map. I don't think I actually want that. I can bounce the Beetle, but I kind of just want it to block. And I want to find a kill spell for one or both of these. Do. Slick Shot. I mean, honestly, I can probably just race them with the Beetle, right? They're not going to kill me with one card in their hand. Nine. We go Kirin, bounce, Nightmare. Yeah, they're just dead next turn. Hey, Relic K, welcome to the stream. Did I play some more games with the Teamer deck of yesterday? The surprise deck? No, other than the games we played on stream. No, I did not play more with that deck. But I really, really did like the combination of like Teamer Battlecrier plus the 4/2. Those cards work really well together. And I'm thinking that maybe we're onto something there. And I don't know if Surprise is necessarily the best shell for it. I kind of think that Dragonhawk is maybe a better shell for those two cards, but they do work really well together. Stock up for 2 rage. They got the Cutter too. So maybe they are just playing Prowess but with Hired Claw. Okay, they got a 1. I mean, I'm not going to die next turn, right? You wouldn't kill me with a Go for the Throat on top of my deck, would you? Okay. In fact, they would not. All right, so they're doing Prowess with Cutter, Slick Shot, Stock Up. Prowess with Hired Claw is kind of weird, though. I feel like they're more creature-based than spell-based, probably. I mean, our sideboard is mostly still the same, I would guess. It's really just those 4. And then we go... What did I do last time? 1 Dreadknight. I think I don't want to cut a Sentinel. Cut an Elf, maybe? I think I cut all the Dreadknights. Yeah, Dreadknight's kind of medium against them. But other than Smuggler's Surprise and Dragonhawk, I don't really know what else to do with those 2 cards. You know? Which Dino? You mean the Dino in this matchup? Yeah, I think it's too slow. The Frillback. Because, like, the thing about Frillback in this matchup is they don't really utilize their graveyard that much. So the graveyard hate doesn't matter. They don't really... I mean, I guess they have Cutter, so maybe it's good enough against Cutter. I could maybe buy that. Because the Cutter can be kind of annoying. They got a Spell Pierce? I'll just do this. Get pierced and then kill it with Kirin. Yeah, that's fine. Challenger, be gone. Clones plus Trailblazer plus Battlecrier. Oh, so you keep copying the... You keep copying the Trailblazer? No, I haven't built that, but honestly, it sounds kind of sick when you say it. I hadn't really thought about that. What's up, BFG? Thanks for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. Hope you had a good stream. It is really good content. The other thing we haven't tried yet is the Rakdos Gearhulk with a bunch of clones, because you did get one more clone. Obliterating Bolt. Well, I mean, they just don't have creatures. That's why they discarded the Rage, right? I mean, I kind of just have to hope they brick, I guess. Chainwhirler? In Standard? I wish Chainwhirler was in Standard. I guess we're winning this race somehow. Because they just can't draw spells. Alright, your turn. Hold. You wouldn't draw stock up, would you? I know I wouldn't draw stock up here. I'm okay with that. We're still winning the race, right? Okay, now we're definitely winning the race. This guy. I don't think there's anything they can draw here. They could, like... Oh, no, I guess stock up into double Bolt Wave would kill me. Because they get the token from Cutter. Aha! You know, in this current calendar year, but at some point, mark my words, you can record this, you can clip it. Pioneer will be back. But I don't know when. Don't ask me that. Yeah, 2027 maybe? Pioneer will make its return once the mice get rotate out of Standard. That's when Pioneer's coming back. Isla, don't pierce me, don't pierce me, don't pierce me. Thank you. Island Helix. Controlled gamer spotted. I think I pass because it's better against counter spells. Oh, I mean, you're gonna counter my spell. Dispelling Exhale. Do. Clip is gonna get a lot of play when they schedule no Pioneer Rescues next year. Shh. That's what you think. But I believe, okay? Nobody else believes in Pioneer. I'm one of the few remaining hopes. I believe. I also want to believe. I'm sure there's like a whole bunch of cool new stuff that you can do between Aether Drift and Tarkir, but nobody's really tried, right? Is Pioneer in a worse spot than Standard? I will show you a graph, and maybe this will give you a better understanding of the state that Pioneer is in right now. I'm just going to show you a graph with no context, and just, you know. This is welcome to Pioneer, by the way. That's all you need to know about Pioneer. That's the format. Yo, you trying to counter my beetle? I don't like that. How about you counter this instead? Dispelling Exhale. Beholding Shiko. So they can Shiko for stock up, but do I really care? Not really. It's only a 3/4, right? Oh, it's a 4/5. But they're still just dead, right? They go land Shiko, I play Beetle, they go to 5, block here, take 5. At least it's not all Rakdos. Well, yeah, but it's all of one other deck. It's just the same thing, right? Sure, it's not all Rakdos, but it is all of the same deck, you know? A deck being 31% of the metagame is, like, just absolutely ludicrous, you know? Let me read this card again. So if they behold counter unless I pay 4, I mean, I just don't even have to cast it, right? Keep that. I'm just gonna make 2 creatures that both attack past Shiko. Like, I don't really know what their out is. I got plenty of maps. Go. Opponent casts Wrath. I cast Beetle. GG. Okay. Well, I mean, if their last 2 cards are Shiko Wrath, they're just dead, right? Yeah, okay. Wait. Are they just dead to face up information? They knew that I had the second Pixie. Well, I guess they were just dead anyways, but sure. Do map collector? Yeah, well, they gave me 2 of them, you know? I don't need that many maps. Jeskai Dragons. Could tear their ass. This is fine. And like the worst part about it too is I would use them to go to like travel to PTQs. I guarantee you I had to have missed the start time for at least like 10 PTQs because I got lost due to map quest directions. At minimum 10. You have any black sources? Aha! It's still right to just play the Sentinel here. But that black source, they're coming, baby. They travel in packs. Did we ever determine, so obviously like, you know, a pack of rhinos is 3. Did we determine what 4 was? I don't know if we ever had that conversation. That's cheating. You can't do that. More than you know, yeah, more than you know. You wouldn't happen to have a second Beza now, would you? You would never have a second Beza here. Oh, it's a crash, right, because the crash had 4 in the artwork. Okay. So 2 is a couple. 3 is a pack, and then 4 is a crash. What's 5, though? Because we have 8 in our deck. 5 is Judge. Five is a crash go. Pegasus, thank you for the 7 months. Thank you for the Prime. God, this Kirin is so good, man. Good luck with that. Godspeed, Nebulator. Godspeed. Yeah, 5 is an illegal deck list. I mean, I'm playing 8. I have 4 of each, so I am eligible to draw 5 over the course of a game. But it is highly illegal. I mean, that's a tough way to do it. that is a tough way to do it, man. Kirin. I'm gonna cycle. We do a little bit of cycling on the channel. Show me your secrets. You're at 10. Ah! This is just advanced BM, by the way. I don't need to do this, but, you know. We're here, so we might as well. God, we are just murdering people with this deck. I think we're, what, 4 or 5-0?